Well, what a season it's been for Manchester United. They sit fifth from bottom of the table at the moment. No silverware, no European football at all next season. Many believing that Ruben Amorim got things wrong last night. He said to TNT Sports after the game, he said, "I won't quit. I'm confident in my job. I won't change anything. But if the board or fans feel that I'm not the right guy, I will go the next day without any conversation about compensation."
Yep.
Should he?
Shouldn't be saying
Should he
that.
even be talking about quitting?
No, like I said earlier, if I'm a Manchester United fan, I want to hear you say, listen, we were poor today, we're going to have a rebuild of this squad, we're going to be players that aren't good enough to play for Manchester United, they're going to bring in my own players, next season we're going to be a lot better, I want to get this club to where it wants to be. Positivity, as much as you can. They're not his group of players. But all I seem to hear from him is, I won't quit, if the fans want me to leave, I will leave. It's the way he speaks sometimes. Too honest, Jeff.
Yeah, he speaks from the heart, but yeah, I mean, he's a young man, young manager as well. Yeah. Joining us for more on this now, the former Manchester United goalkeeper, Ben Foster. Morning, Ben.
Good morning, Ben.
Morning, fellas. Morning everybody.
Yeah. What do you make of the way Ruben Amorim talks, not just after that game last night, but in general terms? Is he too open? Is he too honest? Should he keep certain things to himself?
Yeah, I think he is. I want to see a little bit more bravado about him. I want to see a sort of a sensational exclamation like Ange did with, I don't always win, second year. I want to hear something like that, which makes you sort of sit back and go, oh, okay, because I genuinely believe that final last night, Ange genuinely meant that, and I think that fed into those Tottenham players, and I think that was the difference on the night. That was what got Tottenham over the line. It was a tough watch last night, wasn't it? It was a tough watch. I think we've been spoiled so much with some incredible games. You think back to the Inter Milan and Barcelona Champions League semi-final, the quality. And I think last night came down to whoever scored first was going to do exactly what Tottenham did. They scored, and it was like, right, lads, let's just see it out for the rest of the game.
Do you know what baffles me, Manchester United this season, is how poor some of the results have been, the form. And it's worse when you find out things like this, Ben. Since the end of January, Manchester United have only picked up 10 league points and only 2 wins against Ipswich and Leicester. That's incredible, isn't it?
It doesn't surprise now, though, does it, Gabby? It doesn't surprise. So, Man United, the last couple of games, we've been watching them, and it's all just been getting ready for the Europa final, The Premier League doesn't matter. Whether we lose, whether we win, it doesn't matter. Whereas you look at Man United in years gone by, they had this genuine pride about themselves where every single game, no matter what it was. I remember going on pre-season tour with Man United and Sir Alex Ferguson. We played a pre-season friendly against Orlando Chiefs or Pirates or whatever they're called, and I missed a penalty after the game had finished 0-0, and it meant that we lost the pre-season friendly. And at full time, he came in and absolutely battered me. Honestly, he absolutely battered me. And that's what it was. The standards were so high. They never slipped for a second, no matter where you are. So you look at United now and look at the state they're in. And I think this damages them so badly as well, because you look at the pool of players that they're going to be able to sign in the summer now. It's that next rung down. And what it also does is it opens you up to signing the kind of mercenary players, the players that will only happily come there for the money.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a text here from James who says Manchester United will always attract players purely on name and history. Yeah, James, I'm not so sure about that. And when you look at the squad that they've got at the moment, Ben, I mean, you've got to ask yourself, how many new players do they need? How many of those players who started last night, for instance, do you think are good enough to be part of a Manchester United revival?
Genuinely, there's probably 2 players that I would trust in that Manchester United team, and that would be Bruno and Harry Maguire at centre-back, because even Harry Maguire has been ridiculed.
Very good, he's been.
Yeah.
I need honesty. I just need good, solid, hard-working, honest lads, and that's what Man United need to get back to. You see this morning, Alejandro Garnacho has already put a tweet out bemoaning his lucky game time in the final. Straight away, I'm thinking, right, that'll do then, mate. That'll do. I can't have players coming out after a final. We've lost. We're in this together. We're a team. But he makes it all about him, and that's what you need to get away from Manchester United. You need to make it all about the team and not the individuals.
I wanted to read out that Garnacho quote for yourself, Ben, and everyone that's listening. Until the final, I played every round helping the team. There was a swear word in there. Obviously, we can't repeat. Then the final arrives and I play 20 minutes. I don't know. The final, the season, the whole situation of the club. I will try to enjoy the summer and then we will see what happens. I'm with you. I get your frustrations, but not after you losing the final. Do you speak like that?
It's incredible, isn't it? Can you imagine, Gabby? Can you imagine?
Manager will chase you around come and find you and chase you.
I don't care who you play for. You don't come out and do stuff like that. It's on the senior players at United here to be grabbing him on the coach this morning on the aeroplane back to Manchester and say, "What are you doing? Like, what are you thinking?" You know, you look at the differences between Tottenham and Manchester United in this scenario here, and they both had really poor seasons, right? You've got Brennan Johnson. He scores the goal. You see his interview afterwards. He hasn't had like a fresh new trim or anything like that. He looks like he's had that same old haircut for the last year or whatever, right? He's just a really well-spoken, good lad. And then you've got Garnacho, just doesn't care about the rest of the team. He's sitting on the pitch. It's all about him in that moment in time. And then the tweet comes and it epitomises all of it for me. And it's just, it's like the fan said in the little takeaway there. It's rotten to the core.
Yeah. Gabby was saying a couple of minutes ago, Ben, that he thinks next season there's a possibility Manchester United could be even worse. Do you think so?
I don't think they can. I think they're probably going to finish 17th this season, so I don't think they can drop into that relegation zone anyway. But I think what's happened over the last couple of years is that it's shown that this club is on a downward spiral, a worrying downward spiral as well. And whether the manager's going to be the right guy to take him forward or not, I don't like the way that he talks. I really don't like the way that he talks. But who is he going to be able to sign that's going to improve it? He needs a huge overhaul, and getting players out of Manchester United when they're on massive wages and massive contracts. They've still got 2 or 3 years left on 100 grand a week, 150 grand a week. They're not going to want to leave. Those players are not going to want to leave, even though there's loads of pressure and loads of bad stories attached to it. Money is what does the talking in football.
Casemiro loves Manchester more than his hometown in Brazil, apparently.
I bet you he loves that every month, that massive amount of money whacks into his bank account. Exactly. I think that's quite a draw to Manchester as well.
But Ben, I want to quickly say as well, when you was at Manchester United, that time, that era, losing a game at Old Trafford was like never heard of. We used to come to Old Trafford. I think we won there once during my career, and it was like, whoa, you've won at Old Trafford. It's like a big shark back pages of the papers. Now it's like, oh, we lost. Never mind. Go again next week. It's
no thing. I remember being on the bench against a Villa a few times. Do you remember that Makeda goal? Do you remember?
Yes, I was on the pitch.
Mate, exactly that. That epitomises what Man United used to be like. First of all, you never lost at Old Trafford. That was a given, right? But even if you're drawing, even if you're drawing at Old Trafford and you're into the dying minutes, it is full attack. You can hear the fans singing it. That's what it was. That's what it used to be. And it's quite literally the opposite. It's like defend now. It's the opposite of what it used to be.
Ben, brilliant. Thanks for joining us.
Love it, Ben. Look after yourself, pal.
Cheers, guys. All the best. Thank you.
Cheers, Ben.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.